Hello, welcome to Fretboard Forensics with me, Reese Gerwin. Today we're going to take a look at Autumn Leaves, and it's going to hopefully help you as a aspiring jazz guitar player, or maybe you are already a pretty good jazz guitar player and you just want some extra tools in your bag to figure out how to, I don't know, play tunes better, more fluently, play some chord voicings better, some melodies a little bit better. But today's going to be focused around chord voicings. We're going to use Autumn Leaves as an example over here. And what we're going to do is figure out how to play all these chords with the same strings in one position. I'm going to use the D, G, B, and E string. So those four strings to play all of these chords in the song. So first question is, how many chords do we have? So let's say we're reducing the content to just 4 notes. So we don't really care about like a flat 9, maybe we can talk about that, I don't know, we'll see. But let's start with just simple. Okay, so we got 1 chord, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so far the song has 7 chords. I mean, you're definitely playing jazz if your song has 7 chords in it. Let's see. 8, 9, 10. 10 chords. Gosh. 10 chords. All right, so you got to learn 10 chords in one position. Well, I guess E minor 7 is technically like a different. We're just going to treat E minor and E minor 7 like they're the same thing, okay? So just to make things simple. So let's start with A minor 7. And then let's say maybe I want to do some high voicings. I'm comping for like a bass player or something like that. So I'm going to start in, here we got 7th position here, 7th fret. I don't have the dots on this guitar. So 7th fret right here. And now I'm looking at my trusty Fretboard Forensics chord sheet. And I'm, remember, sticking to G, D, G, B, and E strings only. So my first chord is minor 7, so I go to minor 7. I'm looking at the top row because these bottom rows are for the E strings, E, A, D, G, or we got A, D, G, and B. So we're just going to stick to this top row for all of these. We got major 7s, minor 7s, we got 7s, and we got our half diminished chords right here. Or minor 7 flat 5, minor 6. So they have multiple roots, but we're just going to stick to this white root, this open circle right here. Okay, so going back to Autumn Leaves now, first chord, A minor 7. Okay, and I want to be in 7th position, so I'm looking for, okay, I got A minor 7. All right, so which one of these fits in 7th position? Well, where is, let's see, is A on the D string in 7th position? Well, yes, it is. It actually happens to be. Got lucky with that one. So A is on the D string. But if you had not realized that, you might be searching for A over here on the B string and be like, oh, well, it's over here. So maybe it's this one. So then you would have found it in a 10th position. Okay. Not bad. That's close, right? But really working with these charts and memorizing the content is the purpose of the charts. So if you had found A on the G string, it would have been like way up here or way down here. So there's going to be some trial and error involved with this when you do it on your own, but I'm going to be walking you through it. So I'll be getting to the answer very rapidly. Okay, so A minor 7 right here. Boom. That is our position. Go ahead and play that. And then I'm going to look at the next chord here, D7. Okay, so we got a 7, and that is going to be right here. Okay, so we got our 7 pocket, we got D. Okay, so where's D in this very same position? So I got A minor 7. Where's D? Well, let's just go left to right. Is D on the D string? Well, no, that would be down here where the open where the open D is, right? So that's not really what we're going to use. Is D on the B string? Well, no, that would be over here because D is right here on the B string. Is D on the G string? Yes, it is. Boom, 7th position, D is on the G string, so our first 2 chords, right? So we found it. And then D here would be on the E string, and that would be this one. So very close to 7th position. The root is on the G string. Another good way to think about these is to memorize which notes are where. Particularly, where is the root and what is the highest note? Because the highest note is the melody, and it's also good to know what function that melody is. So the function meaning, like in this case D7, the note is C, which means it is the 7th because of D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? So that's the 7th of D. So you have your 7th in the top and D is in the middle on the G string. Middle-ish. I mean, there's 2 middle notes, but there you have it. So we have our first 2 chords. So that's what we're going to play. Anytime there's a D7 or A minor 7, we're going to play A minor 7, D7, right? Now, of course, you want to know all of these everywhere, all over the neck, because that's the cool jazz guitar player way to do everything. But, you know, like, let's start small. You know, you want to start with realistic goals. Short-term goals, I mean every goal is a realistic goal if you can achieve the right short-term goal to get there. Next chord, G major 7. Okay, this is going to be a little bit different. So we got major 7 in 7th position. Well, where is G in 7th position? Well, you could find it here, you know, on the A string with your pinky. You could also find it here, and that's where it would be. So which one of these coincides with that? Oh, G's on the B string. It's right here. Boom. Remember, we're only using the top row, so you can ignore all of these if your goal is to get D, G, B, and E. Okay. So, boom. Look at that. This is our major 7. So we got A minor 7, D7, G major 7. Beautiful. And then our next one is C major 7. Okay. So right here, C major 7, we got A minor 7, D7, G major 7, C major 7. Where is C in 7th position? Well, you may have already noted earlier that C is right here. Okay, so C is on the E string. Boom, we have our C. Oh, okay, so that's our major 7. C major 7 kind of sounds like trash a little bit. I mean, maybe you like it if you're Alan Holdsworth. He's into this kind of stuff. But he's also into, you know, he was into a lot of crazy, awesome styles of music, and, you know, his ear is complex and blah, blah, blah. So maybe it doesn't sound like trash. I don't know. Maybe I'm just wrong. But anyway, here's our C, and here's our major 7. So you're like, I don't like that. I don't want to play that voicing. Maybe that's what you're thinking. And I don't blame you, because it really doesn't sound very good. So there's this, there's a whole section. Minor, like, there you go. Oh, minor 9 to major 7. There. Okay, so cool. So you can scroll down. I'm not even using the scroll bar because I'm smart. Okay, minor 9 to major 7 voicings. Boom. Okay, so what is that? Oh, look it. There it is. Boom. Okay, so now we've switched. What this does is it takes this ugly voicing right here. You got this C on top, right? And then you got this B on the bottom. Didn't sound very good. And it switches that. So it moves the C down, and then it moves the B up. And then, oh my goodness, look at this one. It's this voicing. Stacked thirds. Okay, so you got C, E, G, B as opposed to B, E, G, C. Anyway, that's the voicing that you can use for C major 7. And boom. Okay, next one, F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So we have A minor 7 to review, D7, G major 7, and then C major 7. Beautiful. All those are so pretty. Now we're gonna play F sharp minor 7 flat 5 in 7th position. So let's find the root in 7th position. Doot 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 doot. Okay, so we're looking for F sharp minor 7 flat 5 in 7th position. Where is F sharp? It's right here on the B string. Okay, you could have found this one, but then that's on the A string, so you know, we're sticking to the G, D, D, G, and the B and the E, so we got F sharp. Boom. It's this one, second one right there. And that is our F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So we have A minor 7, D7, G major 7, C major 7, F sharp, minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished, and then our next chord after that is B7. Okay, so we're going to B7 over here. And where is a B in 7th position? Well, B is on the high E string because our root is B and it's on the high E string. It's this shape right here. And then, so we're going to go to minor 7. Got, oh, whoops, one of these, right? Where's E? Well, in 7th position, E would be this 9th fret of the G string. So that's this shape right here, okay? And then there you go. So we have nice. And we have finished up to that point. So now because you've learned all those, you've learned this whole first part, even look at all this. So E minor 7, A7. Okay, A7 in 7th position. We go to our 7s. 7th position, A7. Well, A minor 7 was this. So we know that A7 is going to be very similar to that. So which one is it? Boom, this one, because A is on the D string, right? The A didn't move anywhere. It's in the same spot. So A7. So now you have E minor 7, A7. And we know that the D minor 7, G7, okay, so now we're going to find that in 7th position. So where's D minor 7 in 7th position? D could be here. Okay, well, if it's on the G string, we're going to go to 6th position. Okay, that's an option because that's very close, so no big deal there. You could also choose this D up here, have the D on the E string and do this voicing. Maybe you want to use your pinky because you're insane. Yeah, I mean, no, probably not. No, nobody's going to do that. So, but it is still close to 7th position ish. And like realistically, like you're not going to be stuck in a position box all the time. That's not really how guitar and playing actual music works. But this is an exercise to get you to understand like how to not move if you don't really have to. Because it's very convenient to not move if you don't have to. But if you have to move, like, just do it. What's the big deal? So let's use the 6th position one, because we got the E minor 7, A7, and then we got a D minor 7. And then we could just go 5th position G7. Like, that would be a natural thing to do. No big deal. Let's say you're like, no, I want to stay in 7th position. Okay, so we got E minor 7, A7, and then we got D minor 7, and then our G can be on the B string. So then we have our 7, G is on the B string, root, right there. There you go. So now you have E minor 7, A7, D minor 7, G7, and look at these fingerings are super similar. So we got D minor 7. Yeah, kind of cool. So I like both of them. Maybe you can even do this one, right? You can even add a 9th. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're not adding 9ths yet. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. So we got E minor 7, A minor, A7, D minor 7, G7. There you go. And then we have F sharp, minor 7 flat 5 again. That lovely, lovely chord. Sometimes that people play this like a C6. It's fine. C6, A minor 7, same chord. Okay, you already know it. It's right here. Okay, but F sharp minor 7 flat 5, we already knew that. Boom. Right there. F sharp minor 7 flat 5, got the B7, we got the E minor 7. Wow, look, we went through all the chords. Then you got ba-da-ba-da, ba-do-ba-do-do, ba-do-ba-do, da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, my lovely version. So you want to add the flat 9 to the B7. So what are you going to do? You only have 4 notes. I can't add a 5th one. Well, you replace the root of the B7 with the flat 9. So we got B7. Where's the root? It's right here. Boom. Now, that looks like, wait, what is that? That's a diminished chord. What? Diminished? The coolest chord in the world? What? I'm just kidding. It's one of the coolest though, because look, every note is the root, and all inversions are like, it's what you call a symmetrical chord. So you can, there's a lot of really amazing exercises that you can do to learn how diminished chords can be used. But one of the most common ways to use a diminished chord in jazz, apart from using a diminished chord as a root of a diminished, like so this would be C diminished, well, you can use the note that is a half step below one of the notes in the diminished chord. In this case, B7 flat 9 would just be C diminished. Okay, so that's when jazz theory starts to confuse people a little bit, and that's okay if you're confused. Just keep trying. You can do it. Here, I can explain it this way. So in a B7 chord, you have a B, a D sharp, an F sharp, and an A. If you add a flat 9, the 9 of B is a C, right? But the natural 9 of a B is a C sharp, because a natural 9 is a whole step away from the root, right? B, C sharp, right? But a flat 9 is a C natural, okay? Because when you flat something that's sharp, it just becomes natural. So that is B7, right? So here's your B7. The root is in the top. You get your flat 9. So that means that all of these are B7 flat 9. They could be F7 flat 9. It could be D7 flat 9. It could be A7. No, sorry, A flat 7 flat 9. So, like I said, every note below, a half step below, is that's kind of cool. Every note a half step below a note in a diminished chord is a dominant 7 or 7 flat 9 chord. And there you go. There's your jazz lesson for the day. I hope it helped you understand how to play chords in one position for a jazz tune. You know, apply some of these to another position or another tune or whatever, you know, like, of course, you know, you may have to take a screenshot or just buy the book. But anyway, it's available on my website if you want it. It's got this, it's got a bunch of stuff, you know, it doesn't just have voicings. Here, let me get the scroll bar over here. It doesn't just have voicings. I know you can't really see it, half of that, but we got like arpeggios all over the place. We got more arpeggios, lots of arpeggios, lots of triad arpeggios right here. Okay, you got your scales, scales. So it's not like everything, but it's got so much stuff in it. It's a great book, and you can use it to really, you know, let's say you want to do Beautiful Love. Well, you can do that too. It'll help expand your chord vocabulary, your scale vocabulary, and it'll help you just understand the fretboard in general and know things a lot faster as far as learning tunes goes and applying chord melodies and all that. I mean, you can just go through Beautiful Love and pretty much learn the chord melody to it, just with this book. But if nothing else, it's a good way to just say, hey, here's what you need to practice, all this stuff. It's like, whoa, that's a lot. Well, if you needed to know what to practice, like, here it is. If you're into jazz or progressive music or whatever, like, it doesn't matter. It'll just be good for your playing no matter what. So, but this isn't useful for everybody. Like, if you just are into bluegrass, like, I mean, I don't know what you're gonna, you know, there's some scales that are useful. There's some major triads. I mean, actually, it would be good for that too. So, yeah, maybe I should just shut up and let you decide for yourself if you want the book. Okay, have a nice day. Thanks for watching.